Fly without boarding pass. Couldn't catch me, I'll be moving fast. Call me a shooting star. Let 'em know who you are. Flying up in a bar. Wish on a star. Time to show 'em who's in charge. Call me a shooting star. Didn't even get to cross.
I was given the opportunity to fly to Hyderabad for the promotional event for Kalki. You may have noticed that I have severely cut down on the interactions I have with actors and directors because I often experience a catch-22 situation with these professional relationships, as they are not big fans of the idea of me interacting with the talent and then go on to give a truthful response with my reviews, and especially sit with those actors who I have looked up to or are gearing up for one of their most challenging roles. I know this limits my opportunities with various actors, but I would rather not deal with the harrowing experience of PR harassing you, all a result of them feeling that I should feel indebted to them just because they gave me the opportunity to interact with their talent. Kalki for me has been one of those Telugu movie projects that has consistently interested me, and a project that I believe many should champion, not only because of the sheer scale at which they are executing the project, but the genre they are exploring, a genre that is mostly untapped in the Indian market. I have to tell you, even before I start talking about the day, this is not a paid promo. I have been paid 0 rupees for the same, and I genuinely am creating this video because the film and what it can do for Indian cinema excites me. I know you might roll your eyes when I say this, especially in an era in the market where people are only driven by brand endorsements, but genuinely I'm making this video straight from the heart and for my love for Indian cinema. When I was told I could spend a day in Hyderabad and Ramoji City for the promotional event, the interest was twofold. One was, of course, to interact with Nag Ashwin, but the other was also to understand the way the Telugu makers really celebrate their films in the flesh amongst the die-hard fans. I only know of the madness and loyalty of Telugu film fans through videos, but seeing the sheer pandemonium that this Kalki event caused and the number of fans that swarmed in just to get a glimpse of their favorite star really set in stone for me that you can't replicate the energy of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana anywhere else when it comes to the celebration of films. I was first awestruck by the sheer size of Ramoji City. I'd only heard of the monstrous scale of this city within a city, but when you actually reach there, you realize that the close to 1600-acre film city is absolutely something to marvel at. Set in mostly mountain and jungle terrain, it really is representative of a vision for the state's film industry and a place that they can call home. In contrast, having spent almost 7 to 8 years in Mumbai, its sheer lack of space is one of the main reasons why it can't have the luxury of such a wide expanse, but Mumbai's film city is really a sorry sight compared to the possibilities in this region. I had attended the event where the makers were revealing a new character from the universe, Bujji, Bhairav's partner in crime, through its intelligence allowing the character to navigate the probability of several circumstances. Voiced by Kirti Suresh in Telugu, the promo presented a cheeky banter between Prabhas and the complex and intelligent model. What I love about the marketing of the film is that it's allowing us an entry into the world of Kalki without diving deep into several beats of its screenplay. This allows for the viewer to get context about several elements of the universe rather than coming into the theatre with a clean slate. That often with movies of this genre result in a saturation of information that is tough to compute as a viewer. If you remember, this was one of the biggest sticking points for a movie like Salar, where the family tree, the history of the dynasties became far too complex to fully deduce as information was flung our way in quick succession. The marketing strategy of Kalki, much like Brahmastra, that beautifully introduced us to the Astraverse and several possibilities, generates interest on the paths the story may take. An intergalactic war, a post-apocalyptic duel between the Empire and the rebels, a world of scarcity and turmoil with mythological references. So much keeps circulating within film discourse on the route that this film may take. While having a brief interaction with Nag Ashwin that day, yes, I was too awkward to take a photograph, I would much rather jam with a creative mind like that. I could sense his fear in not giving away too much. He at this point of time is very conscious of what is going out there to the public. So those complaining about the release being just a month away and still there being no trailer, he appreciates your curiosity, but he also wants to make sure he doesn't ruin the interest in the world that is slowly peaking as each marketing snippet goes out to the public. The most fascinating discussion on the day of the event is actually the one that I had with the production designer of the film, Nitin Zihani Chaudhary, an extremely bright mind who was also responsible for the exquisite work done in a masterpiece like Tumbad. You know, when a man has dedicated so many years on such a high concept film and then he shifts gears towards a project like Kalki, he really does only invest his time and vision to projects that demand his mind to be challenged. He really is stoked for the world that will be introduced to the public, only hyping me up even more. The event itself was nothing short of what I expected from the industry that is known either to go big or go home. Carried out in an open ground with Kalki posters and fans waving Bujji flags all around, I was blown away by the consistent cheers and chants that never seemed to dissipate. Just like the Telugu films have mastered the slow build-up of the hero reveal in their films, we were progressively getting more angsty as Suma kept on teasing the entry of Bujji and Prabhas. I must say, I haven't seen an anchor keep the interest of the audience for so long like this MC. It's probably reflective of decades of work. She just knew how to control the crowd, and after multiple performances, finally came the time that Prabhas entered with Bujji, and I couldn't help but have my jaw drop. Not because I was seeing the towering presence of Prabhas in the flesh, that was restricted initially to just my cinema screens, but the seamless nature with which he was drifting the Bujji prototype formulated by the Mahindra team. An entry for the ages indeed, and one of the craziest character introductions I have seen live. What also made me very ecstatic was to see Prabhas and just how calm and relaxed he looked at the event. I haven't seen him this comfortable and just looking lively overall, fully embracing the getup of Bhairav. He addressed the crowd, said more words comfortably than most of his promotional events in the last few years, probably reflective of how comfortable he feels on the home turf. And I am just left with an overall good feeling about this project. How its intentions are to do something different. How its main motive is to go out on the limb and take the risk. And this gamble can go either way depending on the interest of the audience. But I am here for the high stakes because you see it so less all around you in an era of franchise films and dead certs where movies are already cash positive before releasing in theaters. I am stoked for further snippets ahead and how Kalki may really materialize from a storytelling POV. My first trip to Hyderabad was really worth it. And that was the video, guys. Write down in the comments below on what you think about the marketing strategy of slowly introducing the world to the audience and how Kalki may formulate. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The handle's right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.